And that's how you create the TikTok trend U haircut. I look to see how I could put this into like a simple format. So with like the ponytails that I've been doing. So we're gonna get straight into the haircut today. It's gonna be the biggest TikTok trend which seems to be happening right now, and that's the U-shaped haircut. That is where at the back and it just starts and curves around rather than comes into a point, or rather than being straight. The biggest trend on TikTok right now is where it just curves into a U. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off with the mannequin head wet. You've just seen it dry. There is already a little fringe in there, and I think there's some layering as well. No, this is a one length mannequin. So we want to be putting that U-shaped into the head. So I'm just going to do something really quite simple sectioning wise. We're going to come from the high point of the head, which is there. We're going to section down and it brings you to just behind the ear. So section off the front from the back. And you guys are going to kill me, aren't you? Because I'm wearing a black t-shirt with a dark mannequin. I will get out of the way because I'm not going to be working in front of the head or anything like that. So I'll be able to get out of the way so you can see how I'm cutting it. I'm not going to be working directly behind. I'll be working here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Again, high point of the head, straight down there, and then just separates behind the ear. You don't want to be coming on top of the ear. If you were just a bit further forward, the balance would be all off. So you really want to be just hitting that just behind the ear, that section there. So this is just a one length mannequin. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a uniform layer. And what a uniform layer is going to do is, because we're going to be bringing it out from the head, we're going to be working shorter here. So it ends up being a U shape. So yeah, this mannequin is a one length mannequin. I'm just going to do a section straight down the back. So as if I've just drawn that parting line all the way down to the nape. And then either side of that, I've taken a centimetre, which gives me just under an inch section. And what I'm going to use the length as a guide. So where the hair comes out from that head, so let's just show you that section. There, straight down there, and then wherever, if you put the comb on the head and were to bring it out directly from the head, that's a uniform layer. So I'm just going to clip this out of the way so you can see a bit easier. So just take that section up there, and then where that hair comes out from the head, there is my length there. So I take off all of that because I'm putting it down here because that's where the hair is coming out from the head, and then straight off. And then as we move up into the mid, straight out from the head, my guide from that I've just cut there. And if we're going to be cutting from here, and so you can see my guide is there. So straight up, out from that head, and there. And that final bit, just there. That is a uniform layer, so that's what's going to be following all the way through this back section. It gives a really nice taper, but keeps a lot of the density down here. So let's just work through this hand side, through this right hand side. Again, I'll clip it out of the way so you can see where I'm working. I'll do this one side, and then I'll time lapse the second side. So we're going to use that as a guide, like we did. Throw all that up there. It's going to be a moving guide, so we're going to work around the head. So find my guide there, straight out from the head there. There's my guide. Just making sure in position, and then again straight up out of the head, And there's my really strong guide. Now I'm going to show you that like this. So that first section was thrown out the way, and we're just going to use the last section that we cut as our guide, working around the head. And I'll show you the guide. There is my guide there. And then again, straight out. See my guide there. And then just to cross check, beautiful. And what we want it to be doing is getting shorter towards here. Pulling straight out from the head, find my guide. And normally what I do, I look to see how I could put this into like a simple format. So with like the ponytails that I've been doing, just to help hairdressers understand the fall of the hair. So I will try and do a ponytail version of this TikTok trend, which is the U. So let me know in the comments down below if you are someone who would like, or you think you would benefit from a ponytail version of this, so you'll understand it a bit more, then let me know in the comments down below. So I'm just pulling straight out from the head, get rid of that half. There's my guide. And when we get into that middle, my guide's just falling out there. And then where the head starts to curve up a little bit, we need to be bringing a bit of that length off there. And then that is what we're left with. So you should be able to see longer there, and it just starts to bevel up there. I'm going to go on with this side, and then when it comes to the front, I'll explain what I do there. So there we go, that's the back done. You can see these shorter layers here, curve around, and then curve back up that side. Now to get the dramatic sort of real U shape, we're going to be working on the side now. So just in vertical sections, brushing this forward, we're going to just take a bit of our guide from behind. Now because the head, the plane of the head there is quite flat, we're just going to pull straight out, look for our guide. So we're going to take off quite a bit of length here. So there's my guide, and then the head curves up. So we want to come up through there, and now you can see that shortness in there now. And that's how you create the TikTok trend U haircut. So again, straight out from the head, using our previous guide. I can see my previous guide, which is just there. Pulling straight out, we find the guide, and then again through there. And you can see when we get rid of this, you will see we've got that beautiful U shape. Let's just grab our previous guide, which is there. See it popping out. Bring my fingers to it, and then go up into the curvature of the head, find the guide, and take that off. Now you can see that shorter there. It just curves around there, creating the U. So again, the guide is at my fingers, got all that length there, and as the head curves, got a really strong guide there, and again shortness. So and again shortness, just drops down to a U. I'm just going to cross check. Really nice solid line. So I'll get it dry, and I'll show you the end result. So I've just done like a big and bouncy blow dry on it, nothing too structured, just to put a little bit of movement in there, because that's all the images I've seen on TikTok, that a lot of people, it's not really sitting straight, there's a bit of movement in there, but I'm just gonna, you can see already, you've got the shape coming around there, longer to shorter, again up through this side. So I'll get these out, brush it down, and then we'll have a look. But yeah, this is a trend that just seems to be popping off on TikTok at the minute, the U haircut. And I think a lot of things are just sort of becoming popular again. Like this is a real old school fundamental haircut, the uniform layer. But you should be able to see all that beautiful movement that's all in there. And it goes from short, cascades round to long, and then comes back up to short again. This hasn't been refined or anything like that. This is just it raw, this is all it cut blunt. But you get loads of volume in there, keeping all the density down there. Because it is cut uniform, it's cut to the shape of the head. It's really complimentary of most people, to be honest, if they've got long hair and if you want something that's big and bouncy. Now I know what I haven't done, I haven't shook it out, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to twizzle it today so you can see that all that beautiful shape that's there. So there we go, that's the newest TikTok trend, the U haircut. Ta-da! There we go, hope you like it. But yeah, let's see, really nice symmetry around the face, then you've got all this length that's kept through there. So if you've enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments down below if this is something you want to try out. If you've already done the new TikTok trend, I'd love to know. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Hit the big red button, the subscribe button, on the way to 100k. I really want to get there by the end of the year, get that silver plaque, and then thumbs up as always. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.